Okay.
My name is Maren Allison Cuellar.
James Young.
Alexander Crawford.
Nick Guida.
Carlos Cuellar.
My name is Maren Wills Cuellar.
My parents own Adams Mystery Playhouse.
And I've been in the business going on 45 years.
I've been working here for about almost 20 years.
I am one of the performers here.
I've pretty much grown up around this.
We've been doing comedy murder mysteries in Denver for over 30 years.
Wanted to make people laugh. I joined an improv group. We did a lot of touring for corporations in the U.S. military overseas, so I became a talent agent. I had several people say, "Can you book a murder mystery for us?" Well, I did, and they didn't go very well. Actors were drunk, clients didn't want to pay. So in the early days, we just took an outline skeleton script and said, "Okay, guys, here's your characters, go with it."
Majority of the shows are written by my mom, Maren, and Nick Guida. The two of them pretty much write a lot of the shows.
Now we use that same formula, but write different stories around it. So we've got like 36 different scripts.
We just bought the former mortuary here in 2006.
It was built in 1900 by a man from Canada named William Simpson.
He and his family lived here. And we do have a fourth floor up here, and some of the original rooms that the family lived in are still up there, and we do a haunted tour.
He disappeared, and there's no real record of who had the mansion for a few years, but then in 1934, the Day family bought the mansion. Pat Day, she was born in this house in 1938. Her dad turned it into a mortuary in 1934. He was a World War I vet, and he left when he was 17 to fight in the war. His mother died right before. He told himself if he made it back, he would want to do something comforting for people, so he started the mortuary.
We do a lot of kid shows. The kids program is growing exponentially. Our daughter wrote the first kid show when she was in 5th grade.
The old caterer, Carissa Marsh, and I, when we were in 5th grade, decided to write a kid show. And of course, we had a lot of help from my mom.
We do them year-round. Most of the shows are open to the public. Although we also do private things, and we travel.
I came down, saw a show, liked what I saw, and wanted to be part of it.
My daughters had their 6th birthday party here. I spoke with Maren, and she brought me in for an audition that was in 2008.
I like doing the different shows, the different themes, different characters, and then of course the ability to play off of the audience and kind of make every night a little bit different.
I haven't been to work in 45 years because I've enjoyed myself.
They're set scripts and structures or whatever, so it's not like we're just making up everything every night, because I think if that was going on, they'd be terrible.
They got so much talent up there, and I appreciate, I find myself a lot watching the rest of the performers.
The family that we have here that pulls off these shows is marvelous.
We love performing together.
People have been with us for years, 10 years, 17 years. The bartender started here when he was 16 as a caterer, and he's now 25.
So I get caught up in watching them, and I have to come back to reality.
But then I also love the audience and interacting with them and riffing with them and doing improv stuff with them.
We kind of have our own community here among the actors, the catering staff, the bartenders, the people who work in the office.
I think it's when we do get going with the audience.
The first half hour here, we do a walk around cocktail mixer time in which the audience can interact with the characters, learn their background stories and clues, and kind of build those relationships throughout the night.
The audience themselves, it is so wonderful to see them come in and they become the stars.
I'm Tammy Montero, and I came here to celebrate my son Brandon's 22nd birthday.
My name's Aaron Rindolph. We've been going to Adams Mystery Playhouse for a long time.
Everything was funny, and they just went with the flow of whatever was happening with the group and just made us laugh.
The food is really good too. I painted this and gave it to the Adams Mystery Playhouse to say thank you.
They know when things are going off the script, you know, and it's a mistake and we're making fun of it, or, you know, an audience member's doing something that turns out to be the highlight.
To see the creativity that they have.
You go off of them every night with the audience, and it's, you know, and it's always different, and a lot of times it's priceless.
I've got a number of stories where I thought that I have just delivered the most perfect line, and then an audience member will come back and say, here, let me top that. And there is a small little part of me that's like, oh, I'm the professional. I should have thought of that line. But
and of course the camaraderie, you know, within the tables. People who never knew each other before that are now in there forming teams. to solve the crime, and some people exchange phone numbers and become friends.
You know, what makes it so much fun is the fact we have the ability to do that. We're not just doing a play and this is the play and we're brilliant performers and blah, blah, blah.
We've had people meet here, do their engagement here, and come back and they do celebrate their anniversary here.
Just the energy and the love and the laughter and the bonding.
One night, one of our young actors called his girlfriend up on stage for her birthday. It makes me cry right now. Ah! He said, will you marry me? And, you know, I broke out in tears. Everybody broke out in tears.
It's all a positive experience, and one of the things we're very proud of and we really appreciate is we get so much repeat business. We've actually had a lot of corporate groups that have come over and over again. We have families that have come multiple times.
It's human beings being together. We get so separated. We're in our cars and we open our garage doors and we close them and we don't see each other. So I love it that people are together and they're laughing together and they're sharing an experience.
There's lots of opportunities to be brought down by the world. And here at Adams Mystery Playhouse, again, as soon as you walk in the door, all of that just is left behind.
I want to see it keep going. I'm not a spring chicken, but we have a lot of young, ambitious, wonderful people around here who I hope will help us pick up the gauntlet. I don't want it to die, you know, even though someone dies here every night, but
I definitely want to be involved.
I would love for just more people to keep coming, for this thing to just run its course for as long as it possibly can.
I want to be here until I get tired of it, and I say when I get about 90, I'll start slowing down.
So another 30 years.
Another 30 years. I like you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim.
That was great.
Thank you. You brought me to tears, dude.
Well, listen, maybe you should just hightail it back to Washington.